And joining me live here on 6 p.m. Prime is DMK MP Kanimozhi. She's also been suspended right now from Lok Sabha. Unprecedented, ma'am, what we've seen in the Lok Sabha, 14 MPs being suspended. But the reasoning they're saying is that your suspension is because you stormed the well of the House, which is unacceptable, that you went too close to the Speaker.
No, today we were protesting because we wanted the Home Minister or the Prime Minister to come and give a statement in Parliament, and that's what they should have done. But the Union government behaved like it was a everyday thing, and they wanted to continue with the discussions in Parliament, and they wanted to run the Parliament as usual without any statement or explanation about what happened yesterday. So when we protested, and especially the MP who had signed the pass to allow both the people who jumped into the House, he is there in Parliament today. But people who protested, for justice and to ask for an explanation and hold the government accountable have been suspended.
Ma'am, you're holding the central government accountable. You want a statement from Home Minister Amit Shah. The government says, why are you demanding that the Home Minister speak on this? It's after all the Speaker who should say something. He ensures the security of the Lok Sabha and he's spoken on it. So they're accusing you of unnecessarily politicizing this entire issue.
Well, there's no need for us to politicize it. We want to know why did the MP sign it, and what is the connection between the BJP MP and those two people who jumped, who breached security and came into Parliament? There's no explanation about that. And how can you say the Prime Minister and the Home Minister are accountable for anything which happens within the country? How can we not hold the government accountable for it? Yes, it's the Speaker also. But Speaker hasn't given any statement as such. He said that he's asked for an inquiry. But what have they questioned the MP who signed the passes? Have they taken any action against the person? Have they suspended him? And nothing. He's there in Parliament, and whereas we who are trying to ask for an explanation,
so then,
in a democratic country, have been suspended.
Okay, so you're demanding that Pratap Simha also there be action against, but what, according to you, ma'am, would be an appropriate response by the government? Because they're saying, look, we're investigating. The Speaker has said that we're looking into this very gravely. So as per you, what should the government be doing here?
I think yesterday the Home Minister or the Prime Minister should have come to Parliament and made a suo motu statement. And or at least today they were adjournment motions. They should have allowed a discussion, and one of them should have come to Parliament and replied to the discussion. Nothing happened. So it is the duty of the opposition to question and hold the government accountable for what happened yesterday. It is a serious lapse of security. Just because nobody got hurt. And just because, they just had some kind of canisters with gas, doesn't mean that it's a very simple thing and it's a very normal thing. It is not. If you can jump from the gallery into the Parliament, then what kind of building is it that the entire planning doesn't include security? They have not thought of security. And if the House was full, and the MPs had tried to get out of Parliament at the same time, there would have been a stampede when all the MPs were trying to get out. When two people can jump into Parliament, and it was the MPs who actually caught them.
Sure.
And marshals inside. The security was nowhere till for a long time. So it is has a lot of questions which are unanswered, and I think it is a duty
But
of the
now,
government to answer these questions.
But now the result, ma'am, of the kind of protests that have been held in Parliament by you and several of your colleagues is that you've been suspended. So now how will you continue this fight? Because you can no longer be a part of the Lok Sabha proceedings for the remainder of the session. So there's no question of raising this now in Parliament.
No, the leader of my party and the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu has condemned the suspension. He said this is not democracy and undemocratic ways in which we've been suspended, and he said it has to be revoked. We will continue our protest outside the parliament, and I'm sure the leaders inside the parliament will continue the protest and ask for an explanation.
All right. So Kanimozhi there, one of the suspended MPs speaking to us here on India Today. Thank you, ma'am, for taking the time out and joining us here on India Today.